Hi everyone, and welcome to the Low Voice. Today I want to take you on a journey through time itself, not metaphorically, but literally. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered where our calendar comes from? Why do we have 12 months? Why is February shorter than the rest? And most importantly, does it even make sense to structure time this way? In this episode, we're diving into the fascinating history of the solar calendar, its purpose and flaws, and we'll explore an alternative, the lunar calendar. This system, based on the cycles of the moon, might just be a more natural and harmonious way to live. By the end, I hope to inspire you to look up at the night sky and reconsider how you view time. Let's start with the solar calendar, the one we all use today. The calendar we follow is called the Gregorian calendar, and it has an interesting history. It was created in 1582 by Pope Gregory III, but it's actually based on an even older system, the Julian calendar, introduced by Julius Caesar in 46 BCE. Why did Caesar create it? Well, before the solar calendar, many societies followed lunar or lunisolar calendars, which tracked the phases of the moon. The problem was that these calendars didn't align perfectly with the seasons. Over time, the months would shift. Spring might fall in what we now call December. This caused chaos for agriculture and festivals. Caesar's solution was to base the calendar on the solar year, the time it takes for Earth to orbit the Sun, roughly 365.25 days. He divided the year into 12 months, added a leap day every 4 years, and voila, the Julian calendar. Fast forward to the 16th century, and the Julian calendar had drifted by 10 days. Pope Gregory III fixed this by tweaking the leap year rules, creating the Gregorian calendar we use today. While it's mathematically elegant, the solar calendar is more about order and control than aligning with nature, and that's where the problems begin. The solar calendar might seem logical, but it has some major flaws. Arbitrary months. Why does February have 28 days? Why do months like September, which means 7th month, come 9th in the year? These inconsistencies show that the calendar isn't based on natural rhythms, a rigid structure. The solar calendar imposes a linear view of time. Every day is treated the same, even though life and nature don't work that way. Disconnected from nature. The solar calendar ignores the cycles that truly govern our planet, like the moon's phases, the tides, or even the seasonal growth of plants. Now let's talk about the lunar calendar. This system is based on the phases of the moon, which takes about 29.5 days to complete one cycle. A lunar year, made up of 12 months, has about 354 days, 11 days shorter than a solar year. What makes the lunar calendar special is its connection to nature. The tides. The moon controls the ocean's tides. During the full moon and new moon, the tides are at their highest. Fishermen have relied on these patterns for centuries. Agriculture. Farmers have long used the lunar phases to guide planting and harvesting. Seeds are sown during the new moon, when energy rises, and crops are harvested during the waning moon, when energy returns to the earth. Our biology. Even humans are affected by the moon. Studies show that some people sleep less during a full moon, and many cultures link the moon to emotions, creativity, and intuition. Unlike the solar calendar, the lunar calendar reflects the cyclical nature of life, a constant cycle of growth, decline, and renewal. Beyond its practical uses, the moon holds a spiritual significance. Many traditions, like Islam and ancient indigenous practices, follow the lunar calendar for their rituals and celebrations. For example, in Islam, the holy month of Ramadan begins with the sighting of the new moon. This creates a sense of connection not just with faith, but with the natural world. Following the moon encourages us to slow down and recognize that life isn't about rushing forward in a straight line. It's about embracing the ups and downs, just like the moon waxes and wanes. So, should we abandon the solar calendar? Not necessarily. It's useful for organizing modern life, but I believe the lunar calendar offers something the solar calendar lacks, a reminder that we're part of nature, not separate from it. Imagine using the lunar calendar to guide your personal life, setting intentions during the new moon, reflecting during the full moon, and resting during the waning moon. It's a simple way to reconnect with yourself and the world around you. The next time you see the moon, take a moment to reflect. It's more than just a light in the night sky. It's a guide, a reminder that life is cyclical, not linear. Our solar calendar has its place, but the lunar calendar brings us back to nature, back to balance. Maybe it's time to look up and let the moon show us the way. Thank you for listening to The Low Voice. If this episode inspired you, share your thoughts or let me know how you connect with the moon. Until next time, take care and keep looking up.